we will come to that trivia that I was talking to you about, because that will make it even more interesting. So Malmo, if I'm not wrong, lost about 6 games back to back in the Champions League, and in fact 5 consecutive games, right? And they have, as an aggregate, lost nil 24. That is what their scoreline has been, right, in the last 5 consecutive Champions League games. But on the other hand, Malmo, they are champions of Sweden, right? And they are league leaders. And Sweden, I think Swedish league is far ahead of the English league, and they are definitely, I think 20 odd games in the season. So maybe as in they'll be more ready from that perspective. But again, we know that Malmo conceded against Juve, and should concede against Chelsea. But it'll be interesting that Vidip is calling a low scoring affair in terms of that record. But Krishna, I'll come to you, right? And then from again, I know Manchester United perspective, but for Chelsea, as in who do you see as the main cog apart from Lukaku, who will be able to kind of score goals against a team like Malmo?
Probably in terms of Chelsea, I'd really love to see someone like Mason Mount step up. It's been a long time since I've seen him on the score sheet, and I think in the Champions League big stage, especially with what all the other youngsters are doing at the time. We saw Greenwood on Sunday, we saw Phil Foden as well. I think this would be the perfect time to step up for him.
Well, yeah, then definitely I agree there, because I think this is a game where, and then slightly, contradicting to what say Amaya said, I would actually play some of the first teamers just to kind of get that flow going and get that confidence going, because this is a game where we can really, capitalize the situation. In fact, 2 back-to-back games against Malmo in the Champions League, right? Again, I don't know, people in the chat, as in what do you think would be the starting lineup? And let's actually get to the trivia, because again, there are people watching. There are 10 of you all watching. Let's smash that like button. Let's get in more people. And there's a quick trivia for you all, a fun trivia at that. I know we don't know much about Malmo. Like, honestly speaking, I would not claim to be an expert in Swedish football. But this is basically, I think, if I'm not wrong, again, we have played Malmo earlier. I don't know if anyone remembers, anyone in the panel or the chat, we have played Malmo earlier, and it was a crucial knockout fixture. Again, we saw in the clip, obviously it was a Europa League fixture, but can anyone tell which round was that that we actually played Malmo, and what was the kind of scoreline?
It was the round of 16, wasn't it, of the Europa League?
Close. Let's give it to Ameya, right? As in definitely Ameya gets a point there. But yeah, the round of 32 it was,
fair.
And in that round of 32, again, when you saw in a clip, giveaway was that we had goal scorers Ross Barkley and Olivier Giroud, and of course Hudson-Odoi also. Those days was not starting every game like he's still, but yeah, he scored a goal as well, right? But over 2 legs, we beat them 5-1, and in fact, Barkley got 2 goals over 2 legs, and so did Giroud.
I remember the away leg. The away leg was 1-0, wasn't it? Barkley was the only scorer in that game.
It was actually 2-1.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it was 2-1. But yeah,
who did we play in the round after that? Was it Slavia Praha? I think that was the next opponent.
Amir is just trying to trick me there with another question. But yeah, I think you're probably right. I think it was Slavia Prague, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, that is first point to Amir. And then in terms of just Swedish football, right? Again, I think it's the first meeting between an English side and a Swedish side in the Champions League since 1999. Again, I know that I'm kind of putting the panel on trouble here, asking 1999 questions. But anyone in the chat out there remembers which team was that from England that played a Swedish side in 1999, and what happened in the Champions League? Remember, again, it's kind of ironical.
Look, I wasn't even born in 1999.
Okay, there's a reason why I'm asking that question. I'll give a clue. And 1999, which club in England kind of played a Swedish side a long time ago, who used to be in Champions League, who's not in Champions League anymore? No pun intended.
Is it Arsenal?
It's got to be Arsenal, right? Yeah, definitely. It was Arsenal. I think it's called AIK, if I'm not wrong, in 1999, and that was the last time. Of course, we also, I think, played around the same time a Swedish side. It was Helsingborgs. It was in the Cup Winners' Cup, a very crucial victory that we got against, Helsingborg. So again, some Swedish trivia there. But in terms of us, just as Chelsea, we have, I think, lost only 2 of our last 48 home fixtures in Champions League group stages. Uh, Again, a great record, but we have those two blips. In the last 48 games, group stages, we have lost two games, right? Come on, Amaya, you should get it. Anyone in the chat, two losses that we had in the group stages at home. Which two matches were these? As in, one definitely, I can give you a hint.
One was it in the 2012 season?
One more. Okay, let me actually. I was coming to that. So one was
Okay.
in 2013,
Okay.
and one was in 2020. 2019 actually. Yeah, technically 2019, right?
Oh, wait. The first one's Juventus, right? 2013
No. At home,
Juventus.
no, at home we beat them, but yeah, I think it was a draw. Sorry, at home, but yeah, at home. Okay, there's again a significance to this question. I'll probably throw the question to Videep specifically. In 2013, we were beaten by a side at home in the group stages of the Champions League, which was the first in the last 48 games that we had at home. So it was obviously some Liverpool connection, and that is why I'm putting it to Videep. So which side would have beaten Chelsea? I think, if I'm not wrong, they beat another English side as well in Europe just before, in fact, a year ago. Before that,
I was going to guess Bayern before you put the Liverpool connection thing. I'm blanked. Okay, I have no idea
okay.
which club you're
So
talking about.
it was definitely Mo Salah's club, FC Basel. FC Basel, they beat us. I think if I'm not wrong, it was 2-1, if I remember right. But Mo Salah scored, and that's when it prompted us to sign Mo Salah, and that's what we always do, right? People who kind of do well against us, we sign them. But the second one, I think, Amir, I thought you'll definitely get it. Come on. The clue is 2019. It was under Lampard, of course, and someone stepped up to take a penalty. Very confident
Oh, it
someone.
was Valencia. It was Ross Barkley who missed the penalty, wasn't it?
Yes, we saw in the
How
clip
could I
already.
forget? How could I forget?
Of course. But yeah, as in talking about that, Tuchel, right? Thomas Tuchel, I think he's just lost one game in the last 13 home Champions League group stage matches as a manager of any club for that matter, right? So 1 in 13. Again, that's a great record. Tuchel, hats off to him. So I'll come to Krishna. Krishna, do you remember the game that Tuchel lost in the Champions League group stages at home? On the only game, rather.
Which one?
Anyone in the chat? Come on, like there has to be a connection. Krishna is a Manchester United fan, and Amaya kind of gave it away with his expressions. It is certainly yes. It was Manchester United. Yes, with PSG, Tuchel had lost, right? It was just last year, if I remember right. It was actually we kind of feel that it's so old, but it was technically just last season, right? As in, he lost early on. But yes, it is, I think, Tuchel's 10th Champions League game for Chelsea. I know we won the Champions League and all that, but just think about it. It's just the 10th Champions League game, and we've been so precise, and we've conceded only 3 goals, I think, under Tuchel in those 10 Champions League games. So again, anyone in the panel or chat, yes, I think definitely just Viola. He was at PSG when he had lost to the United team, not to Chelsea. We haven't played them, but yeah, that's something that Tuchel would not want to remember. But yeah, talking about the 3 goals that Tuchel's team conceded, right? As in Chelsea conceded in the 10 games that we have played, or rather, I think this is his 10th game. And if we do not concede in this game as well, Tuchel will be equaling the record of 2 other managers in world football ever, who have basically just conceded 3 in their first 10 Champions League game with a certain club. Any guesses? Which 2 managers are we talking about? Which 2 teams are we talking about in the past who just conceded 10, rather 3 goals in the first 10 games that they played in the Champions League?
Could you give us a clue? Is it recent by any chance?
Oh yeah, as in again, there is a connection to it. Definitely, there's a connection. At least one of them has managed 2 of the 3 clubs that the panel is from.
It's Jose Mourinho, isn't it?
It's got to be. Come on, defensive formation, the Jose Mourinho. But surprisingly, it was a Real Madrid team that conceded so less. So Real Madrid, they just conceded 3, and I think the second is the connection was Real Madrid itself. The second is Fabio. No, Fabio
Oh,
Capello.
okay.
But with Milan in the past, right? But yeah, fair enough. And I think Just Viola got it. Jose Mourinho, as in that was as in expected. But yeah, well done, Just Viola. But yeah, then I think I'll go for a last quick question. I know too much of trivia, but this is an interesting one. Like again, it connects the game that's happening this midweek of Chelsea. Now there are let's name three players, the three top scorers in the Champions League or other in Europe. Three top scorers in Europe in the last couple of years with non-penalty goals only counted. Right? So penalty merchants, please stay away in this question. But it's got to be
One of
three.
them is Mane.
Mane, you think so? Let's see. So
Yeah.
three. I'll repeat that. In the last couple of years, the three top scorers in European competitions, right? With only non-penalty goals being counted, the top three.
So just Champions League or
It could be Europa League, Champions League, anything.
Okay, then it's
I think
not
one has to be Lewandowski.
Haaland?
Yeah, absolutely. He's top.
Haaland?
Haaland, yes, he's second. And who's the third?
Messi.
Again, there is a connection.
Do I
And
have?
that's why, see, that is why I mentioned non-penalty goals. Penalty merchants, sorry, Messi, but yeah, the GOAT. And then I know Messi fans are in chat and they'll be like, oh my God. Again, people comment who's the third top scorer non-penalty goals in the last 2 years in whole of Europe. Okay, I'll give it away. Let's go for it. It is basically RL9 Romelu Lukaku. So Romelu Lukaku, yeah, and that's surprising, right? But it's true. He scored a lot of goals in Europa League when Inter had a great run as well. Of course, they lost in final, if I remember. But yeah, that's interesting. But again, people say Romelu Lukaku doesn't score at the grandest stage. We have a consistent run of 2 years, and it speaks for itself. So hopefully he gets his form. That's what I would say. So yeah, as in quickly, I know a lot of trivia. I hope you all love those facts. A lot of facts in there, but we'll take a quick prediction. I'll start with Vidip. What do you think will happen, Chelsea? I think you went for 2-0, if I'm not wrong.
2-0. I think
Okay.
2-0.
Fair enough. What about you, Krishna?
I'd probably say 2-0 as well. I mean, I'd expect them to keep a clean sheet. So yeah.
Okay, and Amaya?
I'll go 3-0. I think we'll win 3-0.
Wow. So basically, you're just saying that we're equaling what Malmo has done with other teams. But yeah, then fair enough. Definitely, it's about those changes that you mentioned as well. And probably they'll not be having that kind of chemistry. And we shouldn't underestimate, like Krishna said as well. Like, Malmo, they are Swedish champions after all. But a lot of talk there. Hopefully, we have a great game. And Group H is what we covered. Juventus are away to Zenit. So Chelsea will certainly hope that Zenit get the better of Juventus, and that's when we can probably get back a top spot.